What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to be checking out my first battles here in the Master League Classic, as I don't have XL Pokemon. You guys know that from Ultra League and definitely not Master League, so we're going to be battling in Master League Classic, and we're also going to be utilizing Lugia with Dragon Tail and Aeroblast. Dragon Tail recently got an upgrade, and its coverage on the Master League and Master League Classic meta is very strong. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this team and these battles, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Also, a quick reminder, Defense Form Deoxys is coming to raids July 1st. Yes, tomorrow, Defense Form Deoxys will be back. You guys can finally get one for the Great League. It's going to be strong in Ultra League Remix as well, but in Open Ultra League, it's going to have a lot of counters. So by all means, go super hard on the raid if you want to, but you don't need to for Ultra League. Get it for Great League. That's what I want you guys to get. Everyone get Defense Form Deoxys so I can use Alolan Marowak more. Alright, getting into our first battle of Master League Classic. We have Melmetal on the lead versus Groudon. This is a terrible matchup. We're going to go ahead and swap right away into that Lugia, start getting ahead on energy. We are going to see a Giratina Origin come in. Notice how we're doing super effective damage. That's because it's a dragon. Remember that. Like I said, the coverage is very, very strong in this meta. We're going to go ahead and shield this first charge move. It is going to be a Shadow Ball, which would do super effective damage because of our Psychic typing. We're going to build up to that Aeroblast and go for Sky Attacks right here. Sky Attack is going to be doing neutral and still chunking. Plus, we may get a shield, which we do. That is fantastic. We're going to go ahead and try to build back up to Aeroblast and go for a Sky Attack right here, but they do throw their charge move. If it's Shadow Ball, we can survive, so I'm going to go ahead and let this go. It is going to be a Shadow Ball, which is perfectly fine. I'm going to go for another Sky Attack, and this is going to get the Giratina very, very low and allow my Melmetal to basically be able to farm it down, which is going to be really nice. As you can see, those Dragon Tails really start to add up. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Melmetal right here, farm down for energy, and have a superpower basically ready to go for this Groudon. So we will see Groudon come back in, going for this superpower for neutral damage, and then we're going to swap right away into Giratina Origin, hoping they don't have a counter in the back. So we're going to go ahead and swap into that, and they do bring in a Togekiss, which is tough right here, but what's great is we're definitely going to be able to get to 2 Shadow Balls, which is perfect. All I need to do is land one of them, basically, in order to flip this matchup. So we're going to go ahead and throw this first Shadow Ball. They decide not to shield, which is perfectly fine by me. I'm going to go ahead and go for Ominous Wind now. This is going to be doing neutral damage and probably taking them out. I don't imagine they will shield this. So they're going to go ahead and let this go. Togekiss does go down, and we are going to see Groudon now come back in. So we're just going to go for Ominous Wind, basically. Fire Punch, they have to throw Earthquake right here. Fire Punch is not going to do enough, so I'm going to go ahead and shield. And it was a Fire Punch, which is unfortunate. I was hoping that was going to be an Earthquake, and we could block a lot of energy and get to double Ominous Winds, basically. But Fire Punch as well is going to be resisted, so we're going to go ahead and throw this Ominous Wind. I could have thrown Shadow Ball right there, but I knew I had Ominous Wind, and this is definitely going to be getting the shield from the opponent, which they do. We swap straight into our Melmetal right away, and we're just going to go for this superpower for neutral damage to take out the Groudon, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. So superpower able to take it out in a good first game in the Master League Classic right there. Let's go ahead and move into this next battle. We have Melmetal on the lead versus Garchomp. Again, not the best of matchups right here. So we're going to go ahead and swap straight into Lugia and just chunking with Dragon Tail, as you guys can see. And I think they kind of realize that we're doing that much damage. Now, a Kyogre is going to come in. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go straight for the Aeroblast right here. Why not? It's going to do so much neutral damage in this matchup unless they shield, which they do shield. But we got the boost. Let's go. We're going to go ahead and shield the potential Blizzard, but it is going to be a Surf. Actually, I wasn't correctly counting right there. I think that probably was just going to Surf, but we got a boost. So we're going to go ahead and ride this wave right here and just go ahead and go for Sky Attacks. It's going to do a lot of neutral damage and still put a lot of pressure on this Kyogre right here. We do get a second shield, which I'm actually very, very happy with. Having one shield for a Giratina Origin and a Melmetal versus a no shield Master League team is very strong. So we're just going to try to get to another Sky Attack in time if we can. We can't. We sadly go down right there, but that's okay. We can bring in Melmetal right here and just absolutely load up on energy. So we're going to go ahead and let this Surf go. Yes, Surf would be resisted by the Giratina, but I wanted energy here on Melmetal just in case for what they had in the back, because Superpowers, as you guys know, is very, very strong. So we are going to see the Garchomp come back in, so we're just going to go ahead and go for a Superpower right here for neutral damage, and then we're going to swap right away. I don't know if they have Sand Tomb Earth Power because they are running Dragon Tail, so we're going to go ahead and just farm down. They are going to throw their charge moves. This is probably going to be Outrage, so we will be shielding. And then we're just going to basically commit to the farm down. I might throw an Ominous Wind, but our opponent is lagging right here, and you guys are going to see that. So I think they disconnect or something, but they do swap out, and it ultimately wouldn't have mattered, as you guys see, even if they stayed in. Shadow Ball right here is basically going to one-shot a Mewtwo when the lag gets over. And this is why it's frustrating. Whether lag is on my side or my opponent's side, this is not the most fair of battles. Granted, if we chest it out, boom! If we chest it out, I would have won this anyways, right, with Giratina Origin with that much energy versus a Mewtwo and a Garchomp. So that would have been a good game anyways, but my opponent lagging right there is very unfortunate, and it's what makes Go Battle League sometimes not as enjoyable to play some days. So good game to my opponent right there, but having, like I said, having that 1-0 shield with the Giratina Origin Melmetal is very solid in this meta. So we have Melmetal on the lead versus Yveltal, the Bacon Bird. So we are going to go ahead and stay in this matchup right here because I believe it's going to be 7 Snarls to a Focus Blast, but they decide to switch into Dialga. I'm like, that's fine with me. I'm just going to go ahead and load up to 2.5 superpowers, basically 100 energy. And I'm just going to throw these superpowers out. It's going to do so much super effective damage. Again, just loading up. Going to go ahead and go for another one. This is going to KO the Dialga, or we're going to get a shield, which then I can easily go for another one. So we do land it. Boom, boom. Takes it out. Dialga just goes down like that. Now we're going to swap right away into Lugia. I know the Yveltal is going to be coming back in. And yes, Dialga is Psychic, which means Dark Pulses here are going to be doing super effective, but I think my Melmetal has a better win condition against this team than the Lugia does, so I'm just going to use Lugia to soak the damage here from Yveltal, because as you see, all that energy they had from Snarl is going into Dark Pulses right now. I can get a Sky Attack off, the Dragon Tails did some chip damage, we can come back in with Melmetal with the debuffs cleared and a Yveltal that's low, which is really nice. That means it's like Rock Slide range because it is a flying type. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Melmetal right here. We don't know what they have in the back, but we'll have to see. We're going to go ahead and go for Rock Slide right away. Again, all of that energy gain versus that Dialga is really paying off, and this is why Melmetal in the Master League and Master League Classic is just so strong. They're looking to stay in, which is fine by me. We do see them swap into their own Melmetal at a shield disadvantage as well, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw the superpower right away. This is probably going to get a shield from our opponent. Nope, they let it go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Giratina Origin right here and keep that Melmetal in the back with a Rock Slide already loaded and 2 shields. Yveltal has nothing it can do. So we're going to go ahead and just let these Rock Slides go through. I'm going to build up a little bit of extra energy and then just go for an Ominous Wind to chip down the Melmetal here. Maybe get that final shield as well. And Shadow Ball, even though it is going to be resisted by Yveltal because of that dark typing, it still does a good chunk of damage. So we're going to go ahead and land this Ominous Wind right here, take out the Melmetal. We'll have a Shadow Ball ready to go, but the opponent does decide to surrender. So good game to my opponent right there. But Melmetal, they definitely had a tough time with all of that energy that I did have, which is why taking advantage of that is huge. All right, so we got a Melmetal versus Melmetal lead here in this battle. What I like to do is build up to 2 superpowers or just before, and you guys are going to see why. So I'm going to go ahead and build up and go 1 fast move before. I'm going to go ahead and throw the superpower, and then what I'm going to do is swap into Lugia because they're going to see that I threw the superpower and they're going to maybe want to throw it, but no, they held it right there. Sometimes people are very trigger happy, and once they see me land superpower, they can go for their own, and I was hoping to catch that on Lugia, but we do see a Dragonite come in. This is where Dragon Tail is going to absolutely destroy. Sky Attack as well, doing neutral damage right here, and they decide to let it go. Dragon Tail is going to completely take out this Dragonite right here. Hurricane's the only thing that could really take us out from this range. Dragon Claw won't, so I'm going to go ahead and let this go, and it's just going to be a Dragon Claw, which is perfectly fine. I can fast move down, and Lugia able to flip that mid-game matchup because of the new Dragon Tail buff, which is awesome. So we will see them come in with the Melmetal, which is pretty low already, which means Sky Attack, even though it's resisted, is going to put some pressure on a shield right right here from our opponent, which we do get a shield. That is beautiful, and they really can't farm us down. I might be able to get to another Sky Attack in time, so they're going to go ahead and throw their energy. And remember, they already threw one Rock Slide, so this is going to be 2, so I imagine they're very close to a second Rock Slide right now, but that's okay. We're going to bring in the Giratina Origin and farm down, and the opponent does decide to surrender. Again, shield advantage is so deadly in this meta. Alright, moving into the final battle here. We got Melmetal on the lead versus Dialga. Very positive lead right here. Opponents can still do a lot of damage if they have Thunder or Draco Meteor. Iron Head is not going to do too much. And we're going to go ahead and throw the superpower just before going to 2. I should ideally be going for 2, then throwing it. We land the first one, which is beautiful. They're going to go ahead and throw the charge move. This is just going to be Iron Head, so I'm going to go ahead and let it go. It is going to be resisted. It still hurts, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and load up on some energy and go ahead and throw another superpower right here. This is going to take out Dialga, and we'll have to see what they have in the back, but I might switch right away to Lugia and save my Melmetal. So they do let it go, which is fine. I am going to switch right away into Lugia, and we do see a Palkia come in, and now a Mewtwo come in. So what we're going to do is build up to the Aero Blast right here, which will one-shot a Mewtwo. And we're going to go ahead, and I believe I decide to let this one go, and it's going to be Ice Beam. So an Ice Beam Psystrike Mewtwo right here, and we're just going to go for Sky Attacks. It's going to do enough neutral damage where we will get shields here from the opponent. Otherwise, it's going to go down. They decided not to shield that, which is fine by me. I'm going to go ahead and throw the second one right here. I'm hoping this does get a shield. That way, Giratina Origin can close, but they decided to let it go. Now, Palkia is going to come back in, and I did have a recording error happen. You guys will see right here. I'm going to shield this, and I almost had a Sky Attack because I can get to Sky Attack right here. So I'm going to go ahead and shield, and I did throw the Sky Attack, but my recorder stopped recording, so I had to, in the middle of the battle, hit the recorder, and I knew they were going to shield, so I didn't do any bubbles, but we're just going to go ahead and bring in Melmetal right here. We can soak the Aqua Tail, which is perfectly fine, and then Giratina Origin should be able to close this game out for us. We do get the superpower as well. This is going to get that final shield from our opponent. Giratina Origin with 1 shield to 0 with the Palkia that's very low is going to be a good game, very well played. We're going to go ahead and go for this Ominous Wind right here, and that'll wrap things up. So a solid 5-0 to start my Master League Classic run, which is really nice. I invested in the Lugia. It's not the best IVs, as you guys can see over there. 14, 15, 13, but it's the best one that I had, and it had Aero Blast as well, so that's a lot of savings. So really solid set right there. And yep, there we go. Okay, we're loading back in. Really solid set there. Able to go 5-0, which is nice. All of that Stardust is amazing. Yeah, 8,100 Stardust. That's with a premium pass and a star piece down because it is just so much Stardust. And then we did get up to 2345 right there. So slowly but surely climbing our way up. 30,000 dust as well for a 5-0 set is absolutely solid. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about this team and these battles. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.